Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Cold Steel 2. We are on our way back to Trista and you might say, weren't you on your way to Celdic to meet up with some friends? Yes we were, but along the way, well, Rean was looking to the side and said, it's just a few hours of a walk to Trista. Can't we just have a little of a look-see and see how everything is going on there? And of course Tolval said, yeah, sure, why not? Because he says, if it keeps being on his mind, it will distract him when the time comes, when we actually need to focus. So why not just take a little side trip? And of course I did try to get to Celdic, but the game stopped us there. So right now we're going down the road, all the way through here to East Trista Highway. And that should probably be the place where we were testing out our motorcycle in the previous one. And who knows, when we get back to Trista, maybe we can get our motor back, because I want it. But for now, let's explore this part first. And who knows, maybe we'll find some chests and some new enemies like this one.
Ha! Now's our chance. Let's get him. Here I go. All right, let's do this.
Leave it to me. Ready to
And
go.
I have fought a little bit around in the other area just to get to terms with some new mechanics like the overdrive, and then seeing how well the enemies basically fight against us.
Focus, activate.
And to be honest, the only enemy that was really tough for us was the monkeys the last time. The rest, more than doable.
Ready to go.
My turn.
Look at these mushrooms are absolutely
That's
no
that.
threat.
Let's keep moving.
As long as we make sure we have an advantage when the fight starts. You are difficult. I can't always see your
Ready to go.
symbols above your head to see if you're seeing us or not, or if you're turning around. Sneaky little bastards.
Focus, activate.
My turn.
Too far apart for that, I think.
Marcus, activate.
Here you go.
Oh, they're getting too close. They're getting out of the field.
Huh.
Beautiful magic, though.
Ready to go.
Let's move. Ha! Now's
Yes.
our chance.
Gotcha.
Because if he missed, he would probably have recovered fully, which for normal enemies
You
doesn't
nailed it,
mean a
Rean.
lot.
Thanks, but that was all you.
It's usually more for us when healing comes up in the list. EP charge 1, nice. Alright, so we have 2 places we can go. Why is there a slight indentation there? Seems very specific. Is it going to be a fishing spot?
This spot looks perfect for fishing.
It does look perfect for fishing. They even made a dock for us to do so. Alright, let's fish. Any new ones on the way to Trista? Because so far we've discovered like, what, about 3 different fish. So we made a good progress on our list. But since we are just started, we still have about like 20 to go, so I don't need new ones, but I would appreciate it. And if you throw in a guardian, like one of the final fishes to catch, I will not complain, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some tremendous points.
Caught one.
I never say no to free CP recovery in mass. Because that's just free money, just right there. Yeah, so early on. There shouldn't be a fish that is going to be too hard for us to catch. Alright, fishing spot done.
Oh, chest. I wonder what's inside.
Earthlands Perfect. I haven't seen a quartz yet that has additional stat points, do we? A quick check. Oh, we do, here. With extra 15 strength. Yeah. It's just probably too early that not all quartz that we are picking up will have that.
Ha! Let's get him. Sure thing. Arcus, activate.
Here I go.
Are we allowed to? Yes.
Here you
Yeah,
go.
and these pawns, they do not have the high evadeness or the experience as we've seen in other games,
Yeah.
but they're still very nice to beat.
Okay, it's safe for now. Great.
Perfect. Well done, Rean.
Ha! Ha!
There's a lot of chests so far in the game. I kinda like that. There's a lot of free items for us. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Looks like they've set up a checkpoint. With some serious heavy guards. All those armored cars, and they even got a few soldiers on watch too. Man, I can't believe they got those things stationed at checkpoints. Well, it looks like Trista's being really heavily guarded. This road does lead to the capital as well, so there's no surprise. Well, there's no getting through here, unfortunately. Sorry, this was a waste of time. Not at all. Thanks to you, I can get back to focusing on the task at hand. Seriously, thanks. Hey, no need to thank me. To be honest, I was hoping I'd be able to get in contact with Old Micht. Oh? I didn't realize you guys were that close. Well, at the end of Cold Steel 1, we did get an indicator that they knew each other, at least from Brace Her Past. So yeah, I thought they were at least a little bit close. I've known him for years. I figured talking to him would be the fastest way to figure out what's going on elsewhere in the country. Oh well. Well, we're not going to achieve much hanging around here. We'd best get out of here before they spot us. Yeah, we're not too far from Celdic. Alright, that means we are going back. How far can we go from before the game tells us to stop? The road to Trista is really well guarded. Better to stay far away for now. Let's turn back. Alright. Guess that's it. Yeah, we got a few enemies. Oh, all the enemies are back. Alright. I will head back to Celdic then. Alright, we're right outside Celdic. Now let's see if we can get inside this town at least. Without any soldiers popping up. I do wonder how the Provincial Army is handling Celdic at the moment. Celdic. Looks fairly peaceful, to be honest. Other than what kind of mess this has caused for the economics on the market, of course. Okay, there are some guards. Well, it's been a while since the last time I was in Celdic. Those farmers said things were tense here, but I was expecting way worse. Me too. Yeah, it doesn't actually seem that bad, even with the odd armored car here and there. That's probably evidence of how much this war is going in the Alliance's favor. So they've let that get to their heads, have they? Well, we should start asking around, to see if we can get anything out of the townsfolk. Here's hoping someone knows something about the rest of Class 7. Right, oh, but one warning. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you this, but you're pretty high up on the Noble Alliance's wanted list. Even if you're in plain clothing, try not to stand out too much. Otherwise, it will be all over. Understood. Okay, let's get to work. Alright. Do we have any indicators? Plenty of them. Well, I'm guessing the soldiers that we saw at the mark will be the most important ones. And of course here, this first house, this is of course Becky's family home. We might see her there as well. Okay, so what we are gonna do, we're gonna go down the main road all the way to the chapel, talk to everyone, including the house and the inn where we have a red marker. Because I think it will just progress when we've done all the red markers, and we're gonna do the market one last. After we talk to all the shopkeepers, of course. My sisters finally came back. I should not be happy about it, but I cannot help it. I missed her a lot when it was done. Okay, I need to work on the accent again, cause Becky's back. Oh, I can still hardly believe this is all happening. It should be enough that my sweet Becky's come home, but how can I stay relieved when I'm so worried about our future? Yeah, I can totally get that. I really cannot be bothered with anything now. Especially with the Grand Market as dead as it is. Is that a Thor's uniform? Huh? I'm pretty sure I know your fair somewhere. Black hair, diligent attitude. Rean? Is that you? Becky? You know her? Yeah, we're in the same year at Thor's. How did you wind up here, Becky? Hold up. You're the one that should be explaining yourself first. You can't tell me all about Blondie here while you're at it. Oh, okay. Maybe we should all calm down a little first. Rean gave her a brief explanation of how it had come to visit Celdic. Well, that was daft for thinking I'd understand any of that. So basically, you're looking for the rest of Class 7? Well, that's the gist of it. You managed to make it from Thor's to here on your own, right? Color me impressed. Well, truth is, Hugo secured an escape route for us. That's how I managed to make it all the way here. He was the student working at Kleist & Co, if I remember correctly. Well, that's one way of looking at it. Helped, huh? Does that mean he's not here now? I've got no idea what happened to him after that. We bomb chose the worst team to act all cool. Well, it may be a little insensitive of me to ask right now, but do you have any info about Thor's and the other students? Anything on Class 7 in particular will be a huge help. The girl I escaped with is over at the church. Other than that, I've got Hee-Haw. The Provincial Army don't really care much about us normal students either. Really? I was questioned a fair bit when I first got here, but after that they just let me do whatever. Well, it's probably enough for them just knowing they can keep an eye on you. The second you start acting suspicious, they can swoop in and toss you in the slammer. And they probably see Class 7 as the most suspicious of all. Yeah, I know we've all slept with one eye open around here. Well, thanks for letting us know, Becky. Just try to lay low for now. Aye, that was the plan. Not like I've got any motivation to do anything when the Grand Market is this sad state. Yeah, war ruins everything. My dog keeps asking me to help with the store, but I honestly cannot be bothered. Hard to find the motivation when the Grand Market is in this sad state. Well, I'm just glad she's safe. And she's home. I'm happy Becky's back home. I'm not happy she's all sad though. That's why I want to cheer her up soon. Yeah, I'm in my head that Tran, he has an accent too. Not as much as Becky and her father, but there's still a little bit there. So I have to keep that in mind. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't jealous of the lucky bastards making a name for themselves at the Twin Dragon Bridge. Why won't they let me pilot one of those soldats too? Well, splendid. Simply splendid. It won't be long now until the remainder of the Imperial Army in question is wiped out. Let's exterminate them swiftly and restore our Empire's dignity. Yeah, with Rean here, that ain't gonna happen. You there, with the black hair. Where have I seen you before? Ah, crap. Must be imagining things. Either way, beat it. Our guardhouse is no place for commoners. Don't forget that we're the ones keeping Celdic from getting pulled into the war. Alright. Before we really start recognizing you, let's take a bit of distance. Vegetables and seasoning really are far too expensive these days. This is all because of the Noble Alliance. I don't want them to hear me saying it, but I really hate them. The soldiers here are nothing but trash, causing problems wherever they go. I wish they'd just leave already. Yeah, so basically the Provincial Army hasn't changed one bit. It's a shame we can't use the train. Trista would be a quick journey away. Well, not much we can do about it. We best get back to searching. Oh, as much as it pains me to do this, I've made up my mind. I'm closing up shop and heading back home. Doing business isn't exactly easy these days, and there's my family to worry about. Maybe I can come back once this war is over and done with. I look forward to seeing you all again if the day comes. I wish you well, York. Please give the market manager my regards when he gets back. Well, crazy how York's a good friend of the market manager. Even crazier how he's one of Celdic's legendary merchants. And that's why he's here, helping out while the market manager is busy handling other issues. Kinda hard to believe that this is the same pervy drunkard that spent the entire day at the Weathercock. He's like a completely different person now. Hey, you've come a long way these past few years, Lizzie. Especially up top. Oh, key that up and I tell the market manager. Okay, maybe not completely. I've been helping the market manager thanks to York putting in a good word for me. It's pretty difficult to be honest, but I want to do as much as I can for his sake. As much as I'd like to stop you, you seem like you've made up your mind. Oh, I'm sorry for bringing this up out of the blue. Don't even worry about it. The Grand Market always values a merchant's freedom. We'll take care of the rest for you. I wish you well. Thank you for everything. Yeah, and if the war someday ends, she'll be back. I'm sure of it. Oh, if you're looking for Otto, I'm afraid he isn't here at the moment. He left to make an appeal to the Provincial Army about the tax increases and the railway restrictions. We may be at war, but they can't expect us to put up with everything. We're managing to get by thanks to York and Lance's assistance. But Celdic's very nature means that the town will be in danger if this keeps up. Yeah, because it lives off trade. And if they can't trade with other towns, then trade will stop real soon. Okay, so Otto is the Provincial Army. Doesn't mean he is still in town? Because I would love to say hi to him. Our taxes have been bumped up thanks to this war. We thought it was bad before, but man, doesn't help knowing that they're using our money to fund the war either. It really kills your motivation to get anything done. Pretty much all of us here are just begrudgingly dealing with this. Not all that we can do to voice our complaints with the Provincial Army hovering around us like a bad smell. Yeah. They probably won't allow any blatant resistance. Oh? You wouldn't happen to be one of the students who sorted things out at the park earlier this year, would you? Well, that's right. Wait, is that you, Johnson? Is Johnson the drunk guy that told us about the park? Well, someone you know? Yeah, we first met during our field study here back in April. Looks like you've kicked the drinking habit. Is it safe to assume that you got your old job back? Oh man, I'm embarrassed you had to see me like that. But yeah, he's a drunkard. You're right though, the market manager put in a good word for me and before I knew it, I was a park ranger again. Of course, that hardly matters right now when the park's closed due to this war. All I can do is really, at the moment, is repair the front entrance. Well, that's a shame. I hate to say it, but that works out in our favor. No risk of anyone coming across Valimar if it's closed. In the meantime, anyway, I doubt we'll be able to leave them there for too long before someone notices. Well, I'm gathering materials for my repairs to the park entrance, so I'll be here in Celdic for a while. If you ever need anything, just let me know. Thank you. We'll let you know if anything comes up then. I really owe you guys for everything you did for me. I'd never have gotten rehired if not for you, and the job means the world to me. Of course, I'm not exactly getting much work done right now with it being closed and all. The park itself has been rather strange too. Monsters within have become far more aggressive for one. Who knows when it will be back in business at this rate. Yeah, we probably need to handle the war first. Well, everyone's hammering on about this war, impacting their sales and whatnot, whining about how they're gonna quit. But then there are us, the little blacksmith shop in the sticks. We never had many customers, even during the best times. That's why we're staying right here. The market manager is working as hard as he can, and we're gonna do the same. If you need something made, just give me a shout. We'll give you nothing but the best. Alright, what do you have? Same weapons, same gear, same accessories. We can see you didn't have any great market trading going on, since you have all the old stuff. 10,000, that's good. My old man's one of the most old-fashioned people you'll ever meet. I kid you not, he went after some soldiers who came in the other day because he didn't like their attitude. I wish he'd realize what sort of situation we're in right now. Don't let the laid-back look fool you. My old man's as stubborn and old-fashioned as they come. That attitude is gonna get him into some real trouble one of these days. Yeah, but I'm sure you'll be there for him, right? Do we want some EP charges? They're expensive, but it might be nice to have at least some of them in our list. Yeah, same one as we've seen before. We got a nice stash of extra courses, that's good. Do we want to upgrade? I'm saying not yet, because if our friends are here, they'll need upgrades from 0 to 1 too. And I think that is a bit more important than getting to level 2 here. Because level 2 is basically the maxed out, so would be a bit early as well to have it all maxed out right now. Yeah, anniversary cover, this is the one we got from the DLC as well. Simple Reinhardt cover. And the Thor standard faceplate. We might need to change it just to make sure we're not getting noticed by other people. Alright. Take that, you big bun Dumbo. If you're gonna get your revenge, you'll have to catch me first. Take that. Those two never change. Life's hard for everyone these days, but they don't care. They really need to grow up soon. Oh, get back here, Jake. That's one buck in my pocket too many. You're gonna pay. Yeah, still playing with each other, trying to tease each other and stuff like that. Because that little kid, I think he likes her. And that's why he's teasing her so much. Oh, we're lucky that Celdic's surrounded by so many farms. Even the war can't take that big old toll on our fruit supplies. The best thing about fruit is that you can make juice out of it whenever you're too busy to eat it. Here, give it a try. Ah, nice. First new recipe for the book. Oh, I'm too old to follow all the talk of that noble alliance, soldiers and whatnot. But it's plain to see that we've hit some very dark times. Who knows when things here will take another turn for the worse. Hopefully not too soon. Well, I plan on heading to Boreahard, but there's still no sign of a train. There's no point in standing around waiting though, so I've come here to pray. It's not exactly easy to stay calm when there's a war going on, after all. Seeing all those soldiers around town is really making me nervous. Just how long are they gonna keep this up? This church has become a gathering place for those who lost their homes or simply fled from the horrors of war. To me, it's a sign that the civil war will only lead to more and more turmoil as it continues to rage. It pains to me that I can do little more than provide comfort to those who the war has already affected. Perhaps this is a trial passed down by us by Eidos herself. Well, you might be just a priest, father, but I'm sure you're helping the people in any way you can, in your own way. Well, all I can do for now is support everyone to the best of my abilities. If you ever find yourself in need, please do stop by. May Eidos be with you. And with you too, father. Oh, we have so many people coming here to the church these days that none of us have any time to rest. Things have gotten a little better ever since an apprentice sister started helping out. Though, she works efficiently and I've never heard her complain no matter what. How much work we pile on her, truly inspiring. I have a feeling I know who it is. I sent the apprentice sister out to the Grand Market to retrieve some goods for us. But now that I think about it, she's been gone for quite some time. I wonder what could be keeping her. That's probably the 3 red markers we're having on the map. She is probably being pestered by the local Provincial Army. Well, we'll be there soon, don't worry. Alright then, 11 mirror it is. Well, let me remind you that I'm taking a fairly large hit from this. You're sure you'll be able to get 200 right? Oh, you bet, a handyman who goes back on his word. I've been working together with Marco for a little while now. His prices are rather harsh, but he's able to get his hand on supplies in bulk, and that's a hard thing to do these days. We've had our fair share of dispute, but things are working out between us now, I'd say. Well, times are tough, so I've started selling more than just processed goods. Hey, it took me forever to get a store of my own, so you can bet I ain't giving it up anytime soon now. Oh, if it isn't Tovel! Wait, you're one of the people from Class 7, aren't you? What a surprise! Well, hey there, Louise. You're looking as chipper as always. Well, I was kind of worried about this place, but everything seems to be fine. Well, things were crazy when the war first broke out, actually. The train stopped all of a sudden and people couldn't get home. So we had a pack of them all in here so they've had somewhere to sleep. We've even had people sleeping out in the hallways. But yeah, the situation has definitely improved since then. Though, I guess that doesn't change the fact that we're super busy right now. Times must be pretty tough for all the merchants, but I'm sure everything will work out soon enough. Times like this are when you need to rely on positive thinking. Well, it's partly true. Seemed like the provincial armies were requisitioning goods from pretty much everyone. They even made us farmers hand over a portion of our harvest. They don't give a hoot about the time we spend growing them either. Nope, that's not what government does in a time like this. Oh, wait a minute. Aren't you one of Sarah's students? What are you doing here? With Tovel, no less. Well, hello, ma'am. I see things haven't changed much around here. Well, hey, Margot. You're looking well. The last time we saw each other was when I came for that request, yeah? It's been a while. Oh, Tovel aside, shouldn't you be in hiding, young man? The Provincial Army was searching for you not that long ago. No one seems to suspect us yet, so we should be fine for now. Well, I doubt they'll notice us so long as we don't do anything too crazy. Well, if you say so. It's a relief to know you're okay. Are you looking to be staying here? Well, we're actually not sure what we'll be doing for now. More important than where we're staying. There's something we'd like to ask of you. Rean explained why he and Tovel came to Celdic. So you're searching for your classmates. Based on what we know, they're somewhere around here. You wouldn't happen to have any lead at all, would you? Well, sorry, I can't say I do. We barely get anyone new coming in as it is, thanks to the trains and all the restrictions. And I wouldn't only be able to recognize the students who came with you last time. Well, that is true. Well, just knowing they ain't staying here is a big help. By the way, we had heard that things were pretty tense here, but seems to be relatively peaceful from what I can tell. Well, there hasn't been any direct effect on the town itself. Rumor has it there's fighting going on over near the eastern border though. Over by Guerrilla Fortress? Oh yes, it seems like the Imperial Army is holding their line of defense over there. A solid one at that too. They say the Provincial Army is struggling to break through it. Well, the Twin Dragon Bridge is over that way too, actually. They must be fighting with the troops there. Yes, well, that's why there are loads of us here who are worried. If they're fighting that close by, then who knows when Celdic will get caught up in it. Well, that's an unfortunate possibility. Oh, the market manager's been doing what he can to prevent the worst. But the Provincial Army doesn't exactly inspire confidence in their willingness to keep us safe, you know? If only this war would just be over and done with. I feel you. Thanks for the info, Margot. You sure to watch your back, alright? Oh, same to you too. Be careful out there. Well, it is a hint, because if there's fighting going on there, that might be the place where the students of Class 7 might be trying to help. Oh, thanks for letting me know you're okay. I haven't been able to get hold of Sarah yet though. I can't help but worry. Hey, this is Sarah we're talking about. I'm sure she's fine. Oh, here's hoping at least. Just try not to stand out too much, you hear? The last thing we want is for something to happen to you. We'll be careful, and thank you for your concern. Just stew and tea. Who would have guessed that getting my hands on a train ticket would be this difficult? I only came here to conduct some quick business, and now I'm stuck waiting here for the inspection process to finish. Where did the days when traveling here from Heimdallr took less than an hour? Well, when it's the war, it's a long time away. Trains coming and going to Heimdallr are subject to thorough inspections. I wasn't expecting it to be this much of an issue though. I'm not going to be able to conduct an efficient business like this. Yep, and that's the entire problem. Hey, Anton! Still haven't found anything on your friend Ricky? Well, my friend Ricky was on his way to Heimdallr right before the war broke out. Yeah, I remember. He wanted to see the speech. No one spotted him ever since. Oh, Ricky, where are you? I went through a heck of a time trying to get to Heimdallr, but I couldn't find any signs of him there either. Don't you worry, Ricky. I'll find you no matter what it takes. Yeah, he needs his wingman if he ever wants to land the babe. Is that it? It is. Okay, that leaves the market as the last thing left to do.
This is the Grand Market, huh? Pretty lively.
Not as lively as it was, though.
Yeah, this ain't the market I know.
Yeah, it was way more lively than that. Yeah, there she is. Oh, hello there. Can I interest you in some unique daily necessities? What's so unique about them, you ask? Well, it just so happened that these are all handcrafted goods by yours truly. Been a while since I did business though. I've been focused on thinking on new ideas instead. It's hard to balance the two. Granted, they just further prove that you're looking at one big fantastic lineup. Now, if only I'd didn't have to deal with those drunk soldiers taking an interest in my wares. This spot's supposed to be the best in the market too, but I think it's haunting me more than anything else. I've got a pot that you can use without any oil and pendants, not an ear pick attach. Amazing, right? It'd be nice if they weren't so popular with the soldiers though. My business is gonna go under at this rate. I really should consider switching spots. Yeah, but you won't. Not a book. A bit expensive for white kiteers, but at least we can buy them. This needs a lot of money. Yeah, the orange cape, not a bad one actually. Rean, ya madman, what you're doing here? Good to see you again, Lyman. It's kind of a long story, but Rean explained that he was here to search for his classmates. Ah, that explains it. Cannot deny that you almost gave me a heart attack. Afraid I cannot help you though. Becky's back home, but I have not seen anyone for class 7. Oh right, well, still, thanks. No bother at all. The Grand Market in a sad state as you can see, but we're doing with what we can to do get things back to normal. Feel free to come along if you need anything. Thank you. Thanks, man. We got hee-haw customers and hefty taxes to deal with here. So yeah, they're pretty rough. Times like these are when we need to bring back to the basics of business. With the business for the sake of others, basically. If there are any shops, then how are they supposed to get your food? That's how I'm dealing with these things in even times like this. Helping others is more important than making money right now. Though you'll have to let me up by bumping prices up a wee bit. Nah, that's fine. As long as we can afford it, I won't mind. No, these are all the same prices. Well, Mom asked me to take care of the shopping again. I should get some vegetables while they're on sale. Our taxes are even higher now, so I need to shop smart. That means no sweets, no matter what. Unless you have some extra cash and you can spend on it. Oh? Apologies. Do ignore this old man and his silly imagination. Things haven't been great here since the war broke out. What with the tax increases, lack of trains, and goods being seized. Many of the merchants at the Grand Market just weren't able to cope with it, so this just went up and left. I can't deny that I've considered doing the same myself. It's not exactly easy trying to procure ingredients from a medicine in this situation, to say the least. I've even had to cut down the store's hours as operations as a result. Inconveniently, my customers pains me greatly, but unfortunately my hands are tied. Alright, what do you have? Still, it's only Terra Bomb. It's good, really, but I need a little bit better than that. I'm managing to make ends meet despite everything. War is but a common sight when one has been around as long as I have after all. I have plenty of experience dealing with hardships like this. Of course, that's hardly anything special. You young folks may not be aware of this, but a far more ferocious war took place in the past. The fact that Celdic remains unscathed from the flames of war alone is a miracle. Well, maybe, but let's complete our search first. Oh, honey fact time. Be sure to take good care of your honey during the winter. Otherwise, the terrible phenomenon known as the cold will freeze it right up. And that's not good. No siree. Not to worry though. Place your jar in a nice bowl of hot water and it'll be fixed in a jiffy. Just make sure not to warm it up too much or it'll lose all its flavor. You can count on me for all your honey related needs, whether it be to purchase or advice. I'm always here. That's why they call me the #1 honey handler in Erebonia. Yeah, that's probably also why they call you Sweet. Well, step right up. We've got big sales on the finest of jewelry straight from Bereyard itself. Did you hear about the plans to cut taxes massively if the Noble Alliance wins this war? If that's true, then they have my full support. Yeah, anything to gain some money, isn't it? These taxes really aren't doing us any favors. And it sounds like the Imperial Army is on the brink of defeat too. So it's only natural to want the Noble Alliance to overwhelm them quickly and enjoy the diminished taxes as a result, right? Yeah, It is a way to look at it, but it's not a fair way to everyone that's suffering right now. Alright, it's happening. They're drunk. Come on, we just want your company for a while. There's no need to resist, you pretty thing. We don't bite. Oh, my apologies, but I'm in the middle of doing some work for the church and I happen to be underage too, so... come on now. No need to be so quick to say no. Just come to the guardhouse, pour us a few drinks and you'll be fine. If you really don't want to come over with us though, we do have other options open to us. You'd be surprised how easy it is to bring a girl like you in. We don't even need a good reason to arrest you. But Are these guys for real? There has to be some way to stop them. Well, hold up. Let me handle this one. Ah, goodness me. You wouldn't happen to be the soldiers from the Provincial Army, would you? Oh, lucky me. I didn't have to ask for better timing, you see. I was kinda hoping for a teeny tiny favor from you guys. Hey, who the hell are you? Beat it. Hey, we're all friends here, right? Here, let's roll out some introductions. Call me Phil. I'm just your average friendly contractor looking for some good business partners, so to speak. After hearing all about your valiant accomplishment during this war, I just knew I had to work with you directly. That's why I was kinda hoping you'd put in a good word for me with the head honchos over at your guardhouse. Yeah, excuse me? Why would we ever do that for a lowly merchant? Well, you sure should be making that assumption? You could be missing out. I hate to brag, but my reputation is pretty up there. Who knows? You might even get your name out there for introducing me. Ah, come on. Don't let a guy down. Actually, here. Maybe this will help convince you. Tovel slipped the soldiers some mirror. Now, wait a second. It's fine. Think of it as a little gift if you want. So, what do you say, fellas? Oh, good grief. Yeah, well, we've got no reason to turn his gift down. Phil, was it? We'll pass your name on, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Well, that's what I like to hear. Wow. Yeah, handling drunk people, Tovel knows best. Ta-da! Color me impressed. Tell me though, where did Phil come from? Well, it's just one of the names I used to go by. But hey, I managed to sort that all out nice and discreetly, right? Braces like you have definitely earned their name. Thanks for the help, Tovel. I thought I was going to have to resort to force, but I'm glad you were able to resolve things without even having to reach for your weapon. No problem. Anyway, are you alright, sister? Yeah, I knew it was gonna be her. Yes, thank you very much for your help. Rean? What are you doing here? Rosine? Oh, another acquaintance of yours? Yeah, she's another first year like me. I'm glad to see you're safe and sound, Rosine. Oh, likewise. Would you mind accompanying me to the church? Staying here for too long may draw unwanted attention. Sounds good to me. After you. Yeah, I thought that was gonna be the important part. After they walked to the church, Rean took the time to explain how and why they were in Celdic. So, you're searching for the rest of Class 7. I can tell you that you've been through some rather trying times. Well, I'm not the only one. Sounds like you've had it rough too. You and Becky escaped together, didn't you? I hear Hugo's the one who told you how too. Well, that's correct. Though we did end up splitting up from him along the way. I've been taking shelter here ever since, all while praying as much as possible for everyone else's safety. Well, any chance you've heard anything about the other students, or maybe even the academy itself? We're trying to figure out as much as we can. Well, unfortunately, I don't know anything. Well, that's a shame, but the important thing is that you're safe. Actually, on that note, is the Provincial Army always that bad? Well, kinda messed up that they're getting flat out hammered in the middle of the day. Well, it's a relatively common occurrence, yes. They'll often get drunk and start breaking things, or take goods from the people's stalls without paying. It's not as though the merchants can do anything about it either. Nobody wants to have their goods requisitioned. Sounds like the soldiers who aren't on the front lines have a lot of free time on their hands. Well, Celdic hasn't been swept up into any battles so far, so yeah. Well, be sure to take extra care from here on out, Rean, and make sure to give the soldiers a wide berth. Thank you for your concern. I'll be praying for you to be reunited with the rest of Class 7 soon. Thanks, and that makes 2 of us. Good, she's safe and back at the church. I'm terribly sorry that I can't be of more help to you, but despite that, I'm sure it was the goddess's will that we met today. I will keep praying that you'll be reunited with your classmates once more. I'm terribly sorry that I can't be of any more help to you, but despite that, I'm sure it was the goddess's will we met today. Oh my, you were accosted by the soldiers? I'm so sorry, it's all because I sent you out in my stead. Please, there's no need to blame yourself. I should be the one apologizing for causing you so much concern. Oh my, oh my. Yeah, I think that's fine. These are still the same. Well, I think we've asked almost all of the townsfolk at this point. Well, and yet here we are with Zip for clues. You sure they're really here? I kind of find it hard to believe your friends have gotten by without a single person noticing them. Well, Valimar detected them, so they had to be somewhere in the area. If they're not in town, then... well, they're either on the highway or somewhere else in the general region, right? I hope they're holding up okay. Hey there, you two seem like you've got time to kill. A little bit lowering the voice, a bit younger. Oh, it's the paperboy Chris. Well, how about a copy of the Imperial Chronicle? The latest volume got a boatload of handy information. And it comes at a low price of 100 mira. Not bad, huh? Well, we've got a pushy one out here, don't we? Sorry kid, but we're kind of busy at the moment. Whatever, just take one already. You're gonna regret it if you don't. I mean it, it's gonna be nothing but regret. I have a feeling there is some extra information in between the paper. Well, I guess it can't hurt. Thanks. Jeez, he really wanted that sale. Don't think I've ever seen someone that desperate to sell a newspaper before. Well, he did have a point though. Reading the newspaper is a great way to get a better idea of what's going on. Well, true enough. Let's give it a read. Noble Alliance forces keep on winning and one victory after another. Predictions for the future. Former Governor Regnus formally arrested. Ooh, we definitely have to rescue him at some point. Beware deception and demonstrations. And trains and air travel updates. Well, even Machias' dad has been arrested. Well, so all of a sudden the Imperial Army and all the high-ranking reformers are traitors, huh? Well, the Imperial Chronicle's not even trying to be impartial these days. It is safe to assume that the Alliance has complete control over it. Most likely. It looks like the Alliance is so sure of their victory they're getting things ready for when the war's over. Well, that's how to do it if you want things to go your way. They're a cunning bunch. There's something stuck on the last page. Hey, you're right. A piece of paper? Is this a map? It looks that way. It's of the Eastern Highway. But what's with all the random numbers and symbols on it? Well, there's some more stuff written on the back too. The one who takes the queen holds the key to the king. Is this some sort of code? It's gotta be. Please tell me this isn't from who I think it is. Well, it does resemble Phantom Thief's usual weirdness. Except nothing's been stolen this time, so I doubt it's him. Actually, the symbols and the layout of the map reminds me of chess. What do you think, Tovel? Chess? Maybe. It does look like a chessboard. But wait, that must mean Machias is in the region. Let's assume that these colored letters each represent a different chess piece. In which case, the white queen must represent the queen. Then there's the black B and P, which represent the bishop and pawn. Well, don't look at me. I don't know anything about the games you people play. All you need to know is that he's onto something. Assuming your theory is right, then solving the message written on the other side shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, hopefully. You wanna head to the highway? It's the best lead we've got. Well, if you check all the 4 locations that are on the map, then we don't need to solve a puzzle, right? A hand-drawn map. Sorry dude, but I'm not open to questions. Make sure you keep an eye out though. There's plenty of soldiers hanging around. Last thing we need is them getting suspicious. That's the one we just got. Alright, most people are all walking on the same locations as before. No red spots. Good. Alright, I am leaving it here for today. We've been going on long enough. We explored the entirety of Celdic. We got a hint to where our friends are. They're somewhere on the highway, but in order to get to them, we need to solve a puzzle. Which I think might not totally be necessary, because if we go to all the locations, we should find something that will tell us where they are. I hope. Because I think that's the hint we just gotten. Alright, so until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we're gonna start hunting down our friends. See you then. Bye bye.